Hello you guys, it's Crystal Lopez here, and I am back with my Sam's grocery haul. I'm going to show you the things that I bought. We are working to feed our family of 7 for $700 a month. I'm only counting the things that are food related on our grocery haul, like on our, as part of our grocery budget. And I am also we feed the masses. So it's not just our family of 7. Typically we have more than that at our house. I'm learning how to buy meats on sale, buy meats inexpensively, and I'm gonna try my hand at something new with some of the meat that I bought today. I'm gonna tell you about that in just a minute. Let me give you a really quick run through of what I got. This Sam's haul was $86.67, and I think you're gonna like it. Let me show you. All right, so here is what I grabbed, and here's what I'm gonna do with it. So I grabbed this box of mangoes. We absolutely love mangoes here at our house. And there are some that are almost ready to be eaten in this box. Like this one feels really nice and soft. And some of them are not. Yeah, you can put that on the dog. Some of them are not ripe yet, which is also good, because what that means is we can have some of them now and some of them later. So they kind of ripen as they go. I like to find a box that is not all one stage, right? So that throughout the next week we can eat on these and we don't lose any of them. All right, so we are down to the last little bit of our rice. I only have about that much left in our 5-gallon bucket. So I did grab this 25-pound bag, and I will tell you it's gone up almost $1. I think it's actually right at $1 that it's gone up per bag just in the last 2 months or so. Usually these bags last us 3 months, but we have really been going through rice. One of the ways that I've been using up leftovers is making stir fry. And I've pretty much been making a stir fry once a week. So that's really, I think that's part of why we've gone through the rice a little bit quicker. Okay, I did grab a thing of bananas. I did grab this thing of onions. We like to keep onions, garlic, and olive oil on hand. So I will buy onions by the singles at Walmart, but you do pay a little bit more, and it is cheaper to just buy them in bulk. So while I was at Sam's, I went ahead and grabbed that. And then I did grab this 5-pound bag of sweet potatoes. We like to have, I like to grab one of those a month. We will have them with one of our dinners. And I like to cook them in the Instant Pot, and we like to just put some cinnamon and butter and sometimes a little brown sugar on them, but they make a great side. And then I also got this 5-pound bag of potatoes. I plan on using half of this bag to make baked potatoes in the crock pot. You can do them in the Instant Pot too, but for these, I actually like to do them in the slow cooker, and you just kind of cook them all day, and then it's a nice side. You're not heating up your oven. So I have been getting russet potatoes at H-E-B when they're on sale. They've been running a sale like once every 2 to 3 weeks for russet potatoes, a 5-pound bag for $1.49, which is a great price, but they're smaller potatoes, so they're not really good for making baked potatoes. But we have this. Looks like my bag is opening. We will make quick use of that very, very quickly. I did grab a 2-package thing of this bread. I have not made sandwich bread yet, so I grabbed that. And then this is under $3, which is a great thing to have on hand to go with sandwiches. And then I did grab this. It was under $5. This red quinoa bag of tortilla chips is really, really good. I know my mom likes them, and I like them too. So I went ahead and grabbed them, and they're okay on price. So I grabbed a watermelon, and I'm going to have to cut this up today because when I put it in the car, I heard this. That's what I did to it. Didn't mean to. I got to cut that up real quick. This is produce that I got from a neighbor who buys produce in bulk. Her husband is a big juicer, and they go to a local distribution center that like distributes produce to local, I don't know, I guess local businesses, but also the public can buy, but you have to buy in big mass quantities. And she had a bunch, and we have been making use of, she gave us plums, peaches, pears, carrots, cucumbers, all kinds of things, and we are making good use of them. We're waiting for these. They're almost ripe. And then these 2 pears, I'm interested to see how these are. These will be good in a salad or just as a side. Okay, now for the meats. I grabbed this thing of ground chicken. It's right under $10. There are 3 pounds of meat in here, so that makes it roughly $3.33 a pound, which is not terrible, but I am going to try my hand at grinding my own chicken. So I bought this. They have their chicken breast for $2.77 a pound. So this is a little over almost 5.5 pounds. It was $14.60. Something that I did notice about Sam's is they have moved, at least the one here by me, has moved to these plastic containers instead of the styrofoam. Both of these are in this plastic. So that's interesting. I feel like it keeps it a little sturdier. So I'm going to use my KitchenAid grinder. This is right under 5.5 pounds. Today is the 10th. I've got 3 days to get this taken care of. I did notice on a lot of Sam's prices, and I've noticed this on the app as well or online, it says locked in price. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means we won't be changing this price for a while or what. I'm not sure, but this chicken had a locked in price of $2.77 a pound. That is a decent price per pound, but I'm probably going to take every bit of that and grind it. And then, and I will bring you along for that so that you can see how that is, but that's cheaper than paying, at HEB, if I buy 1 pound at a time of ground chicken, I'm going to pay even more than what I paid for this per pound. There's so many ways to do this to try to save money. Buying in bulk, this is cheaper than buying, 1 pound at a time at Walmart or HEB. But doing it myself, this is the next level of saving a little bit more money. And I may even look into buying skin on, bone in chicken breasts and deboning them and deskinning them myself, because I can get that for potentially under $2 a pound and then grind it myself. So how much work am I willing to do to save money, right? And if you're in a place where you're like, I'm not doing that, then you don't need to save money, I guess. So we are willing to do the things that we need to do to save money and to cut back on our grocery budget, right? So this is the level that I'm willing to go to. You either have time or you have money. And right now I need to save money, which means I'm investing more of my time. Okay, I did grab these drumsticks as well. They were on sale for 15% off. So that made these 83 cents per pound for the unit price, opposed to 98 cents per pound. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, roughly 14 for $4.56. I will just throw this in the freezer just like this, and this will feed my whole family for one night. And if we have people over, this should be, 1 or 2 extra people. This should be enough for everybody. Put some barbecue sauce on it, put it out on the grill, call it a day. All right, the only other thing that I got was this little sample. How many of you guys get your samples when you are inside Sam's? This is a whole body deodorant sample. I'm eager to try it. So you just scan your card and the little sample falls out of the little kiosk, and there you have it. So, all right, this is everything that I got. Like I said, this was $86.67. These things will be added to what we already have in our pantry and in our fridge and in our freezer to feed our family of at least 7 people. All right, I wanted to show you really quickly that produce that I was telling you about that a neighbor was giving away. So a couple of times a month, her and her husband will go to, there's a place called River City Produce that's here in San Antonio, and you're buying things in bulk, like 20 pounds of apples, 20 pounds of potatoes, 20 pounds of plums. They buy it and they get what they want out of it to make, I believe they do a lot of juicing, I think. And then the rest of it, they just bless people in the neighborhood, which is so sweet. We offer to pay each time and they will not take any money. So here is, she'll just post on Facebook and say, I've got produce. She'll post pictures of what she has and she puts a box together and gives it to you. And I did not get within 30 minutes, it was all gone. And I messaged a few minutes too late and she was out. But then she said, you know what? I have put together enough. I've got enough odds and ends here, and this is what she gave me. So we have almost all of this is gone already. Like the tomatoes we used for salads. I've got a video coming up where we use those plums to make a plum tart. So good, a plum crumble actually. Those pears were really good. I think we have 1 pear left. We have a couple of those peaches left. Those are yellow skin peaches. The apples, I do have apples still. I think the cucumbers are all gone, and I've got some carrots still that we will use for a sheet pan or something like that. But this is probably, I don't know, $25, $30 worth of produce that they gave us. And this is not the first time that we've been able to receive something like that from them. So super, super sweet. All right, guys, that's my grocery haul. Less than $90. plus a bunch of free produce. Let me know, what are you doing to save money right now on your grocery budget? I want to know. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Bye. And while you're here, pick one of these other videos to watch. I think that you will like them. All right, guys, bye.